Good afternoon and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school softball tournament coverage. Today, in this Division IV East District Championship, the Indian Valley Lady Braves take on the Morgan Lady Raiders. Today's game is presented by Keim Home Center, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, and Right Mark Roofing. Now let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
District Championship time once again, this time out of Division IV. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Oh, wait. No, it's Saturday now, isn't it? Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications on hand for this District Championship showdown out of the East 2 District. Nick McWilliams, Adam Sweski, and the Claxon Communications crew. And Adam, a game that we've been in long anticipating now after some inclement weather. Finally, on a Saturday morning, we're going to get things underway.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Mother Nature had its way with the district week of softball play this week, and it's caused quite a backup, but being able to get a few games in here and there and then having a few carry over into the weekend, but obviously these host sites are doing a tremendous job squeezing them all in and getting everybody played and done, so they can still enjoy their Memorial Day weekend and graduation parties. I think they've done a tremendous job handling everything that came in front of them this week.
Right. I mean, after the Thursday postponement due to, obviously, the rainfall, the game was not going to be able to be played on Friday because Morgan just went through their graduation, and rightfully so,
yes.
And those girls get the chance to walk across the stage. So we move it on to Saturday, and I tell you what, we complained about Mother Nature during the work week. This is perfect for softball.
This is absolutely perfect. I'm sitting here with, jeans and a hoodie on, and it's perfect. It's perfect conditions for a game, sun shining, and you can see it because the fans are starting to file in. It's going to be hard to see that right now because they've pretty much lined the outfield fence. We got some back here, and it's going to be a great morning / afternoon for softball.
Certainly will be. We'll tell you more about this matchup as we roll on with your Wood Electric pregame show. First, let's hear from the coaches. We'll be starting things off with Jeremy Kearns for Morgan. After that, you'll hear from Dusty Braun from Indian Valley. Your home for tournament softball is right here with Big Z Sports.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting. From traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and oh yeah, still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind, and there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
Welcome back to your Wood Electric pregame show live from Lore City this morning as we have some high school district final action on the way out of the East 2 District in Division 4. High school softball, Indian Valley taking on Morgan. We're going to go along the base pass with the coach, brought to you by PAC Drilling and his head coach, Jeremy Kearns, for the Morgan Raiders. Coach,
District finals, I don't think I have to say anything else other than that to get you guys fired up for this, right?
Oh no, they're fired up. But at the end of the day, like I said, we got to approach it as just another ball game, which that's exactly how we're approaching it. But yeah, they're definitely ready to go.
Now, I want to ask you about your season first and foremost. I know the regular season feels like forever ago already on the tournament trail, but you guys had a very successful year. You always play out of a tough MVL conference. How did you feel the year went in preparation for this tournament run?
In preparation for this tournament run, it's exactly what every coach wants. We started off really hot, or what you think, and then we went into a spell where things just wasn't lining up for us. Here, the last few games, they found a groove, and I'm very excited to see where they can go.
Yeah, definitely something to be said about picking up steam at the right time. For you guys, what has been kind of the engine that makes everything go? We know you've got some solid pitching, you've got some solid offense. What is it that all comes together to make it work for the Raiders?
When they hit the ball, we'll be successful. If we have a sluggish day at the plate, it tends to, it can affect things. But if they come out blasting, we'll be in good shape.
Always a great plan there. Looking at Indian Valley across the way, obviously they stand in your way, your guys' way of getting to the regionals. What do you see out of the Braves?
A very well-coached team. I mean, Dusty does a great job with them, and very well coached. We know they're going to give us a game, and like I said earlier, it's a matter of who makes one mistake could be the difference. So that's how we will go and approach this game.
I got to ask, too, we know it's spring sports, so we know the weather always wreaks havoc on things sometimes. This is a game that's gotten delayed a couple different times. Finally, definitely going to get it in today. Throughout that period while you guys have been waiting, what have you talked about with the Raiders to try to keep them focused, even though it kept getting pushed back?
Part of the journey. I mean, it's spring sports, so we've been ready to play. We were ready to play. Thursday, we've been ready to play, so I'm excited to get it going and see what the outcome's going to be. But in the spring, you can't never be surprised by a rain out or a movement of a date. So,
well, we appreciate your time, Coach. Look forward to seeing Morgan on the field, and good luck to the Raiders.
Hey, thank you, guys.
Head Coach Jeremy Kearns for the Morgan Raiders, brought to you by PAC Drilling. Stay tuned. You're going to hear from Head Coach Dusty Braun and the Indian Valley Braves next on the Wood Electric Pregame Show.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
The completion of Tusky Deli's expansion project is near and is excited to offer everyone even more items. The deli has remained open throughout the construction to continue offering the lowest prices around on their deli items, along with their made fresh daily soups, salads, sandwiches, and wraps, which is perfect for a lunchtime stop. You can find Tusky Deli on Facebook. The Tusky Deli is a proud supporter of Indian Valley Braves athletes and wishes them the best of luck in tonight's game.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Grenada-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Grenada-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
Welcome back into your Wood Electric pregame show as it is district championship time. Once again, out of Division 4 in the East 2 District, Indian Valley taking on Morgan. Winner will go on into the regional rounds. We're in the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio and along the base pass with the coach, brought to you by PAC Drilling. Head coach Dusty Braun for Indian Valley. Well, it's been a long time coming. Hit or miss spring weather. Gotta love it this time of year.
Yeah, as a coach, you just kind of go with the flow. Sometimes you have to be creative here at the end of the year on indoor practices and what you can get accomplished. But here we are in the state of Ohio. I lived here my whole life, and couldn't ask for anything better. It's beautiful here Saturday morning, and we're ready to go.
Now, obviously, the waiting game is never fun for a coach, definitely not fun for an athlete either. How do you feel that the Braves have been handling that since this game was supposed to be played on Wednesday or Thursday?
Well, I think the fortunate part is, Wednesday you're going to practice anyhow. Thursday they text me at 9:30 in the morning, so I don't have to get my girls riled up, get on the bus, come down, and get rained out. So I think that's easier to handle as a coach, and you can keep the momentum down, and we knew what our time and frame was. And we've had some good practices. You hope that leads on to the field here. Spirited, high energy, get after it, hour and 45-minute get-togethers. And as a coach this late in the year, you kind of like those moments.
For sure. And looking across the field at Morgan, we get to the point of the year, we'll ask coaches about, well, how do you think about the team? Well, everybody's pretty doggone good about this point. We were just talking beforehand, they play out of that MVL, which we know is a very solid softball league as well. So what do you expect out of the Raiders?
Well, 2 years ago we played here in the district finals, and they got some players left on that team. The scouting side is done by yourself. You try to have your own opinion, but I coached Blair Claxon, who's the catcher on the team, solid player. She played on the underclassmen team. I really don't know much of the other. There's only 2 other girls that played on that team 2 years ago. So again, you said it best. They play in the MVL. They've been competitive. They play a great schedule, and you hope your team's preparation meets theirs.
When it came to last time out with the district semifinals, it was a long road trip for you guys over to Lisbon. Started off the game, a little bit rocky, and then coming down the stretch, it got rocky as well. But ultimately, bases loaded, Shelby Gossett gets the strikeout on the mound. I know you guys were so pumped for her to get that win, but pumped for everybody to weather the storm and get that victory.
Yeah, I get on the bus, you tell the girls what you're proud of, missing that, and I don't like using this lingo. It's survive in advance. Even if you don't have your best or you play your best, either side of it, you get beat. You can never explain it. It's 14 to 18-year-old girls, and I just told them this morning before we left, I'm not sure we've hit the ball and played defense. We either get one side or the other. We didn't hit the ball real well, and I think that's our strong suit. I put a lot of emphasis. I'm just give you a prime example. We've probably swung the bat 400 times since Tuesday, and you hope it translates to here. But sometimes when we score 15 runs, we decide we don't need our gloves in the field. So it's just kind of been that counterbalance. Can one game for coach put the defense and the offense together? And whatever the result is, I'll take, but I just want both sides of it.
And finally for you, Coach, you mentioned about 2 years ago being here with the district finals and, a similar situation. Some of those players on your team still here from that previous endeavor. How much have you talked to them about making sure that you walk off this field with a victory, and maybe even for the underclassmen who haven't had this scenario happen to them yet, telling them what getting to the regionals is going to be all about?
Well, I hate saying this and you'll laugh at me, but I have an extremely young team. We have a couple girls that were on some of these stretch run teams we've had and enjoyed the experience, maybe not got to play as much as they wanted to, but when you have a young team, you just really never know what's going to happen. We're past the young stage. Just count everybody's got a year of experience under their belt. I think as a coach in today's world, you try to emphasize you got to be relaxed. It still has to be fun. I've tried to loosen my gears up a little bit on this group and maybe not been as intense or in-face moments of stupidness, but I think my girls are prepared for this moment, this time. We do this for 10 months. I mean, we lift, we work, we condition our minds. You do all this moments and stuff. If you're not ready now, what will you ever be is the sermon today. And our team logo has been yet all year long. Are we there yet? We're going to find out today where our program stands. And I don't think anybody, Jeremy Kern says, man, you've built a hell of a program over here. And we stand by that. We just think when the next group comes in, it should be easy. It hasn't been easy this year for the 42-year-old man here. But I love these girls. I pray for the best moments for them and that they succeed in these moments. And I think they're ready, and that's all we can hope.
Always appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck to the Braves.
I appreciate WTZ, but as always, go Braves.
Head Coach Dusty Braun for the Indian Valley Braves, brought to you by PAC Drilling. Stay tuned. This morning's first pitch is on the way right after this.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to your Wood Electric pregame show live from Lore City. District championship action is here. Indian Valley taking on Morgan. The game that's been delayed a couple times, but finally going to get to tonight's matchup here. Actually, this morning's matchup, which sounds weird to say when it comes to some high school softball. We'll roll on with your starting lineups presented by Wendy's. For the Morgan Raiders, leading this ball game off, shortstop number 15, Chloe Baker. Number 7, Blair Clausen, the catcher, bats second. Batting third, Micah Augustine, the third baseman, wearing number 4. Your power hitter in the number 4 spot, the pitcher, number 8, Aaliyah Rush. Then you have Paige Landing, the first baseman, number 18. Batting 6 is your designated player, number 5, Peyton Lammers. Batting in the 7th spot is going to be right fielder Lainey Kangas. She wears number 14. Ellie Parsons is your second baseman, wearing number 16. And it is Remy Kearns, who is the left fielder, wearing number 1, batting 9th. Your flex player, center fielder Gianna Myers, wearing number 2. Starting lineups brought to you by Wendy's as we are about set for the night for the morning's first pitch. I'm just going to keep saying night, Adam, because I'm going to butcher that every time.
That's all right. It's an easy mistake whenever games are starting at 11 a.m.
Shelby Gossett's first offering to Baker is in the dirt for ball number 1, and we are underway from Lower City. Winner of this ball game does move on into the regional rounds. You know, this is where everything really starts getting tight during the season.
It really does. This is where you talk a little bit about nerves in like the district semis, but when you know the advancement from the championship games at play, that's where it really tightens up.
1-0 runs inside and low again. Now, something that's interesting, Adam, you and I were watching in the initial warm-ups here for Gossett. I think it's a little bit of nerves right now.
I think it is too. Yeah, she's obviously she's trying to work through it right now because off screen, her 5 warm-up pitches were all in about the same spot that those first 2 came across or didn't come across the plate.
That time was up in the zone, more at a better range at the belt, but it was inside, so it's now 3-0. Baker leading things off for a Morgan team that plays out of an always tough MVL. 3-0. Catches the outside corner now, 3-1.
Yeah, that's the thing we mentioned. When you talk MVL, you got to almost throw the record out the window because it's from top to bottom. It's such a tough conference that, like I said, you could be a 500 team, and that's a solid 500 team.
3-1 is in the dirt, so that will be a walk issued to Baker to lead things off, as the third baseman and Bella Weaver will come over and talk to Gossett, get her a little more vote of confidence there. We saw in the district semifinal game, Sarah Myers from behind the plate was not available due to graduation, and so Weaver came in and played behind the plate, did a fantastic job. Myers back in the lineup, of course, for the Braves. First delivery from Gossett's right there for strike number 1. Baker over at first base, pretty good lead off of that first pitch.
Yeah, and she was even leaning there on her second move, so that's something that Sarah Myers, I'm sure, recognize that.
Now the 0-1, too low. Sometimes takes some time, especially when you haven't played in quite a while, thanks to the delays, for Gossett to get warmed up, get fully stretched.
Yeah, other than practice, their last game was on Tuesday. Obviously, anybody that's playing today is kind of dealing with the same thing.
Rounding the bunt now and offering too far inside, and I think that actually clipped the leg there of Clausen. So she'll be awarded first base on the hit by pitch. So a bit of a rough start here for Gossett, as 2 runners will now be on. Clausen appears to be okay. And Myers will now come out, as well as Paul from first base, just trying to get Gossett to take a deep breath. Nothing hurts so far.
No, a couple runners on. I mean, both teams are going to be dealing with this. On the Morgan side, they're going to have the same jitters when they come out. Actually, as a coach, back whenever I was coaching travel ball, if I had a choice, I always wanted to hit first because if there were nerves, you would kind of work them out at the plate. It's a little easier to work them out at the plate than playing defense.
Micah Augustine, the third baseman, will now come in. First delivery is right there from Gossett. Pops straight back and foul, way out of play. Augustine on this Morgan team is the team's leader in batting average with a .486. She has produced 29 RBIs this year, which is the team lead as well. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Gossett kick, steals inside corner, and pulled over top of the Morgan dugout. It's now 0-2.
Beautiful facility here at Buckeye Trail, but I'm just wondering, how many hundreds of dozens of balls do you think they go through in a year?
Funny enough, we asked some of the staff here because those go down in the woods.
Yeah.
Fall time, you can see them afterwards.
Yeah.
0-2 in the dirt, good. Blocked by Myers as she'll keep both runners at bay.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's an awful lot of weather that gets to those balls before they can see them.
You ever use, I was going to say baseball, but softball too, a waterlogged softball, what it sounds like when you hit it? Thump. 1-2. In the dirt, Myers keeps it by her side, but both runners are going to advance. Good base running for Baker and Claxon. Myers got some of it, but not enough of it. Now both runners standing in scoring position. Baker 60 feet away, Claxon 120. Augustine has pushed the count even at 2-2. Next delivery from Gossett, too far inside again.
Yeah, it's always so frustrating as a pitcher when these pitchers, they've been doing it for so long. Just as Shelby has, they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. It's just getting that correction made in the windup.
Getting the rhythm down,
yes,
basically,
yes.
Which is amazing because you have to do it every time.
Yes.
3-2. Inside, foul down the left side. Coach Kearns nearly tried to hand it out of the third base coach's box.
He made a nice play on it.
If he had a glove on, it would have been no problem. A couple of those foul balls have been run down.
I don't think so.
Those might be new ones.
I think those are brand new.
They just said, heck with it. It's easier this way.
I don't think anybody's coming back up that hill that quick.
Gossett's 3-2. Inside corner, ball 4. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. And it will bring up Aaliyah Rush, the pitcher for the Raiders. And head coach Dusty Braun wants time. We'll go ahead and take a timeout with them. Big Z Sports will return right after this.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Back into the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Morgan off to a good start, but they haven't even got a hit yet. A couple of walks and a hit by pitch. Bases loaded as Aaliyah rushes in. That's going to be a pass ball. Myers gloves it, and there's nobody home on the throw as Gossett will come in and grab it, but Baker scores on the wild pitch.
Yeah, both runners advance, so they still sit second and third, nobody out, and here in the top of the first inning.
Gossett struggling with the release point right now. Coach Braun, that was probably one of the quickest mound visits we've ever seen.
Yeah, it was quick.
Next delivery, just misses low. Now ball 2. For what it's worth, too, Rush on this Morgan team. 4th on the team with a .356 batting average. She also led the team with 8 long balls. 2-0. That's in there and pops straight at back and out of play.
Seeing that cut, I can see why she's got 8 long balls.
You think?
Yeah. Not a surprise by that stat now.
Rush digs back in. Gossett gets ready for 2-1. Swung on, skied to the right side in the infield. Lewis coming in, going to look to make the grab, and she will for out number 1.
That's one of those major league fly balls that we saw on Tuesday in the Braves game. That thing was up there a mile.
Lewis, no shades on, had to fight through the sun.
Yeah.
Did a great job to get under it, locate it. Paige Lanning, the first baseman, her first plate appearance, the lefty. Weaver at third will play in. First delivery from Gossett, just drops out of the zone, now 1-0.
Yeah, Raiders here want to take advantage of this situation. They're in only 1 out, still have runners at second and third. Great scoring opportunity early in the game.
Gossett's next delivery tries to go for the outside corner, misses again. One of the things here in this situation, Adam, I mean, from your years of coaching, obviously you've got runners at second and third. If you hit behind the runners, you can bring them home. But as a lefty, it's a little bit different of a scenario for that. Next one's on the outside corner. Good location from Gossett, now 2-1. Obviously, the lefty could pull it to the right side to do that, but
yes,
predominantly they're looking for the left side.
Yeah, a lot of times, even a ball and play deep in the hole at shortstop will get the job done.
2-1, swung on and fouled straight back. Now 2-2. Long start here, top of the first inning, 1-0. Morgan leads. Gossett looking to work through it after some struggles through the first few batters.
You can see her comfort levels coming. Mm-hmm. She's getting more comfortable on the mound with each pitch.
2-2. Swung on and missed as she gets it right past Lanning for out number 2, and that's a big out number 2. It'll bring up Peyton Lammers, the designated player. That is the That's a confidence boost right
It
there.
absolutely is. Goss, her trying to get out of this mess with only giving up one run, having the bases loaded with nobody out, that would be tremendous.
First delivery, popped up, left side. Coming in is Weaver, goes around the runner, and there is the catch for out number 3. So a great job by Gossett and the defense to work out of a jam. Morgan does plate 1. Big Z Sports returns after this.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Jumping around here in Lower City, bottom of the first inning on the way, district championship action. Indian Valley coming to the plate, trailing 1-0. And Adam, you've got the Wendy's starting lineups for the Braves.
Yeah, number 6, Natalie Musser. She's a sophomore. She'll be leading things off. Junior number 3, Bella Weaver. She'll be batting second. Senior Sarah Myers wears number 8. She's doing the catching, batting third. Number 22, Shelby Gossett. She'll be batting fourth. And number 14, Cameron Gossett, she'll be batting 5th. Cambry Paul, she'll be batting 6th. She's playing first base. Heavenly Paul, she plays center field. She wears number 4, batting 7th. Ashlyn Boland, she'll be wearing number 1, playing left field. And Alexa Schuler, playing right field, wears number 7. And then in the flex position, number 2, Lily Lewis. We called her name, and I still got stumped. When you're trying to rush through it a little bit, that's right. You get a little tongue-tied.
Well, starting on the mound for the Morgan Raiders is going to be Aaliyah Rush. And for Morgan this season, you and I were talking about that coming into this game. We were kind of looking at some of the stats and such. They've kind of split things up over their pitching staff. A pair of sophomores in Rush and Kangas. For Rush, team leader in ERA with a 3.84 this season, about 94 Ks through 82 innings. So a little bit better than 1 punch-out per inning. Pretty solid work overall.
Yeah, and it's always good when you have two that can kind of split the load, because sometimes different pitchers, have better success against different teams. So for the Raiders' sake, good to have 2 of them that they can go to.
Natalie Musser will lead things off, goes for a bunt attempt, offers at it. It's strike 1. Musser, the lefty.
And we know with Musser's speed, all she has to do is put the ball in play, and it's going to be a tough out to make.
Season and career stolen bases leader in Indian Valley history. Next offering's low, 1-1. You and I have made the comment during this postseason run, part of the reason that Musser's at the top. Yes, the speed helps out, but also plate discipline.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's not going to chase anything. She's going to make sure it's in the zone.
1-1. That was offered at, and it was, so it's 1-2. Straight from behind the plate, it was kind of difficult to tell. So Musser slips behind 1-2. Rush looking to work quickly. Next delivery, too low. Now 2-2.
Good pitch location there, trying to catch the corner. Better plate discipline by Musser.
It was on the corner for sure, but about mid-shin. 2-2 deliveries. Tapper straight back up the middle. Rush grabs it. Musser hustling down to first. Close play, but it's there by just a half a step. Great job by Rush coming off the mound to get that out.
Yeah, Rush, she threw a fastball down to first base, and that's what it took to get the out.
Up next, Bella Weaver, the third baseman. Weaver, who started at catcher last time we saw her. Spent a couple years doing that here at Indian Valley, or a year or so, and also plays third base. You can move her to a lot of different positions on the field.
And that's always good for head coach Dusty Braun to have those flexible players.
First offering, Rush just runs the fastball right by her. It's 0-1. Morgan plated 1 after getting the bases loaded and a wild pitch. Next offering goes for the outside corner, and it just misses up in the zone. Now 1-1. So Indian Valley obviously looking to chip away here. Rush, early going. I mean, she's putting it right by the zone.
Yeah, she hasn't missed by much.
1-1, swung on, skied, straight back and foul.
Another donation to the forest.
We had ones on the last time we were actually here at Buckeye Trail, which was the Tusky Valley victory over West Muskingum. I don't know how far over the trees that some of those balls ended up, but that was definitely in Souvenir City. There was a squirrel that was very mad at some point. The 1-2. Swung on. Line drive through the 5-6 hole, and Weaver's got a one-out knock.
Yeah, she sat back on that pitch and drove it in the left field. Nice hard hit ball there to get the Braves started.
It is amazing to me. It never ceases to amaze me every year we do softball and do broadcast. Boy, the difference in the sound of a ball that's not squared up and one that is.
Yes.
Up next, Sarah Myers, the catcher. First delivery from Rush. Myers goes after it, and inside outs it foul. You're saying you're not going to be the volunteer to run down in the thicket to find those balls?
That one there might have actually got caught by the snow fence. There is a snow fence at the bottom of the hill there.
0-1, Myers, hard hit ground ball, third baseman goes on to second. There's out number one, throw on to first. Myers will beat it out, so the fielder's choice does bring out number two.
Yeah, timing on that play, the Raiders, they had the right idea, had the opportunity to turn the double play. Transfer at second base there just took a little too long.
A little bit of a bobble, I think.
Yeah, so Myers was able to beat that throw.
When so much of those double plays is, timing oriented, of course, getting your steps right on to second. So if something gets thrown off, it can really throw a wrench in things.
Absolutely. Third baseman did a great job leading the second baseman to the throw, though. Didn't wait on that either.
Courtesy runner did come in here. We'll tell you about that momentarily for Indian Valley. I didn't see the number.
I didn't either. I see it, too.
Line and delivery to Gossett. Fouls it towards the left side. It'd be number 12 over there at first.
It is. That's Jalen Gardner.
There you go. Courtesy runner, so Myers can come in and get the gear on.
Nice thing about from earlier in the week when it was actually cold and rainy, some of the courtesy runners would have their coats on.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, they were just courtesy runners.
Player at first. That's
yes.
Basically what we could say. 0-1. Went with a changeup there. First time we've seen it from Rush, but that was way up in the zone. Rush toes the rubber. Gossett back in. 1-1. Too low. Good hold from Gossett.
Yeah, it was a good pitch location again there by Rush. Gossett did a great job not chasing.
And both these pitchers now are trying to get it low in the zone at the knees, but so far they've kind of struggled hitting that location.
And that's one thing, anytime the game's starting.
Goes for the outside corner, and it's tailing away again. Now 3-1. Rush gives a shake of the head as she's trying to just paint the edges.
Both pitchers trying to learn the zone, see where the calls are going to be made. So usually the first inning or two, it's almost like a learning time frame.
Exploration, so to speak. Up in the zone, and Gossett will draw a walk. So 2 runners on now with 2 out. It will be Cameron Gossett, your designated player, coming in. Going to be a courtesy runner coming in here for Shelby Gossett at first as well. Looks like it's going to be number 9, which I believe, is that Reard?
Reard, yes.
So Reard will be your courtesy runner over at first.
Yeah, Michaela Reard.
Cameron Gossett against Beaver Local. We saw her. She squared up pretty much everything that she saw.
Yeah, whenever the Braves were starting off down there against Beaver Local, everybody was struggling except for her.
There's the one that's going to wake you up. Is that pass ball and getting down there quickly. Close play at third as getting down the line was Gardner, but did not slide. But still, both runners do advance.
Yeah, that was I don't think Coach Dusty Braun was happy with how that all transpired because it took a while for the catcher to release, and they still almost got her.
Up in the zone again to Gossett, now 2-0. That was a wake-up pitch because it hit the bar right in front of us.
Yes. Yeah, it bounced back, I think, quicker than the catcher expected.
Gotta love the caroms of chain link. You never know where it's going. 2-0. Goes for the inside corner to Gossett and misses again. Now 3-0. Ball got away for a minute there from Claxon, but not far enough. Gossett, interesting situation here. 3-0, 2 outs. What do you do?
Yeah, I think you got to take.
And she does, and it's up in the zone, ball 4. So bases loaded now with 2 outs, and that will bring Cambry Paul to the plate, the first baseman. And it looks like Claxon wants to talk with Rush on the mound, as does head coach Jeremy Kearns. We'll take a brief break. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Two down, bases loaded, bottom of the first inning. Morgan leading Indian Valley 1-0 in this district championship out of Division IV in the East 2 district. Rush on the mound. Paul looking to get that run back for Indian Valley. She'll see strike one right down Broadway, maybe just tailing towards the outside corner.
Yeah, so both pitchers have had to face bases loaded here in the first inning. Gossett got out of her mess, only giving up one. Rush obviously would like to get out of it, not giving any up.
0-1, swung on and missed. Got the fastball past Paul, who was behind it. Rush has got a little giddy up on those fastballs.
She does. She does.
Paul back in. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. A big punch out there as the bases will be left loaded by Indian Valley. Raiders up. Big Z Sports will be back for the second inning right after this.
Are you ready to give your home a new look? Look no further than Wayne Door, your one-stop shop for all your residential needs. Garage doors, entry doors, windows, and patio doors. Wayne Door has everything you need to upgrade your curb appeal. With 24/7 emergency service, you can trust their technicians to be there when you need them most. Stop by the Dover showroom on State Route 39 or visit WayneDoor.com and let the experts help transform your house into the home of your dreams. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors, from the people you can trust.
Big moments are coming. Are you ready? If you need sponsor banners, graduation programs, or yard sale signs, the East Central Ohio Print Center has you covered. Visit ecoprintcenter.org. And if you've got a new driver in the house, East Central Ohio ESC offers flexible driver's education with in-car training and online options. Scholarships are available from signs to steering wheels. The East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is here to help. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
Top of the second inning, district championship action, 1-0 Morgan leads. And coming up to the plate, it will be 7-8-9 for Morgan. Lainey Kangas, the right fielder, in. First delivery from Gossett. There was a hard hit ground ball to Lewis, who will knock it down, but she's not going to be able to make the throw. Kangas hit that one sharply on the ground, and Lewis going from her right to left couldn't quite make the play.
Yeah, it looked like it got on Lewis a little faster than she was expecting. That was a hard hit ball.
Ellie Parsons, the second baseman, will now come in. First knock of the game for Morgan, despite the 1-0 lead. Gossett's first delivery's there at the knees for strike one. So you notice there, Gossett missed low in that first inning a couple times, brought it up maybe just 2 or 3 inches and found the bottom of the zone. A 0-1 delivery is cut on, popped up, straight back over our heads. Now the only problem is, Adam, when those go straight back, I'm not quick enough to look up to see if it's going to be over our heads or not.
Yeah, it's a quick judgment call we got to make there.
Those days of tracking pop-ups are long behind me. The 0-2. Soft hit line drive left side, and what a grab by Musser. Way off of first is the runner, but she'll get back in time quickly as Parsons was going to have a seeing eye single, but Musser showing off the wheels.
Yeah, I thought that when that ball came off the bat, I thought it was in no man's land. I thought it was going to fall, but Musser kind of came out of nowhere to make that catch.
Yeah, put speed at shortstop. It pays dividends. Remy Kearns, the left fielder, batting ninth. First delivery there. Bunt attempt, popped up, right side as Myers comes out of her crouch and was going to try to grab it. Her and Paul share a laugh because they were both sprinting towards it.
Yeah, good effort there by the Braves to try to steal it out in that instance.
See if Kearns looks for another bunt attempt here, as Weaver will play in just in front of the coach's box down the third baseline. 0-1, there's the bunt attempt from Kearns, pulls the bat back, and wisely so as Gossett misses the zone. Sun's actually getting a little heat behind it now.
It is. It feels good. Not complaining. But definitely a difference from the shade to the sun.
1-1. One attempt again, right down Broadway there. After pulling the back was Kearns.
Yeah, Coach Kearns wasn't. He saw that was the pitch to lay it down, and she pulled back.
Yeah, we're not complaining after the weather the past few days.
No,
we'll take it.
Not at all.
1-2. Goes outside and misses.
Being up in the count like that, good chase pitch there by Gossett.
Let's see and it's also just a learning process through the first part of the inning, or first time through the order. You're learning who's going to swing at what, basically. 2-2. Swung on, pop foul. Good at bat for Kearns after slipping behind. More fans filing in here to Lower City. Outfield is pretty much lined all the way across the board now.
Yes. Yeah, great venue to watch a game.
2-2. Inside corner swung on and missed as Gossett gets it past Kearns for out number 2. Sends us back to the top of the order in Baker. She drew a 5-pitch walk her first time up. Eventually came around to score the only run of this game on a wild pitch.
Yeah, sitting here with 2 outs. Obviously the Raiders would like to make something happen with their runner on first base.
Kangas over there at first, not hoping to be stranded there. Raiders did strand 2 last inning. First offerings there for a strike. And to your point, Adam, you said we saw it in the tail parts of that first inning. Gossett feeling more confident on the mound, just pitching looser and locating the zone better.
Yes.
0-1. Line drive, and that's going to fall for a base knock as Bolin will come over from left and cut it off before it hits the gap. But a good job by Baker to send it back out where it came from. And now 2 runners on with 2 out.
Yeah, now that ball, that was barreled up. That one, that was not going to be the one that, another ball that Mustard could run under. That was a solid hit ball.
Blair Clausen, the catcher, she was hit by a pitch her first time up. She was eventually stranded on third. So Gossett and the Braves defense looking to cut off this inning here, keep it a 1-0 game. First delivery inside. Which if you're Clausen, after wearing one of those in the first inning, you're thinking, oh boy, not again.
Yeah, she probably could live without, she could probably live the rest of the game not getting hit again.
1-0, swung on, popped up, left side, and it's out of play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy one to find.
Want to thank the Tusky Deli for jumping on board today, helping support this broadcast.
It's about lunchtime.
It is, and another thing that they do, they sell, they have bulk meat down there that you can order: chicken, beef. All you have to do is call, and they'll give you the pricing on all that.
1-1, and looked like Gossett took something off of it. It's now 1-2. Yeah, I've told you many a times. On the way into work, I passed through Tusky, and they've got those ready-made sub sandwiches there.
Yes.
Oh, that's one heck of a lunch.
Yes, it is.
Get the Italian. The 1-2. Outside corner, just off the zone. Clausen thought about it, but held off.
Yeah, Clausen did a great job holding on that pitch. That was very close.
You could also get yourself a sweet treat at the Tusky Deli, too.
Absolutely. They're the ice cream and cookies and all kinds of stuff.
2-2. Swung on, popped up left side, out of play again.
Nice piece of hitting there. That ball was over her head, and she still got a good chunk of the bat on it.
It was over her head and outside and hit it back to the left. Gossett's 2-2. Swung on, popped up left side, and almost the exact same spot again.
She's working
a little bit deeper that time.
She's working on putting a dozen balls back there.
Not everything's going to be perfect in the field of play, and just like I've said in other broadcasts, doesn't matter where the ones that go foul go, as long as the ones that are in fair territory go straight. 2-2. Went with the off speed and lost the handle. Full count, payoff pitch coming.
Yeah, runners will be in motion here. Full count, 2 outs. Gives the runners a head start if a ball in play. Turns a single into almost a guaranteed RBI.
3-2, swung on, popped up, left side, and foul.
That one might get the shed behind us.
Not quite.
Oh, tailed away.
Everyone yell headache. Coach Kearns telling both.
Going on the pitch.
Kangas and Baker going on the pitch, like you said, Adam. The 3-2. Swung on, popped up, and out of play again, straight back towards us.
Oh.
She's inching it closer to in play. Tell you what, if we get one over our heads, you protect the Comrex, I'll make the catch.
Okay, that sounds good.
Gossett takes a deep breath. Claxon back in. Another 3-2. Fouled straight back towards us.
Good thing that fence was there.
Yes, it was. Well, that would have been off the tent. I was expecting to see that. Well, you're a lefty, so I was expecting to see that hand come up for the grab.
It's the same thing. I've seen enough balls come off the fence. I don't even flinch.
For a fourth time, the 3-2. Swung on and a foul tip off the mask of Myers as Claxon just stays alive.
Yeah, she's definitely seeing it well.
Blue giving Myers a few seconds here after that. It's not a fun experience.
And also nice catcher to catcher, asking if she was okay.
3-2. Swung on and driven to the left side, but well foul, and that was hammered down the left side.
Yes, it was.
What an at-bat for Claxon. I've lost count on the pitch. This might be pitch number 11 or 12.
You know what? The Buckeye Trail folks might have to run up to Dumont Sporting Goods up in Dover and get another case of balls.
The 3-2. Swung on over our heads. We liked it so much the first 5 times, we're going to do it again. This is a fantastic battle between Gossett and Claxon. Who's going to break first? Oh, you got to love tournament softball.
You really do. Battles like this, these are the fun ones. I mean, all the coaches are laughing. I think everybody's laughing at this now.
Gossett again to Claxon. Too high, and it will be Claxon who gets the bases loaded on a walk, and a fantastic at-bat there for the catcher for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's one of those grueling ones where somebody unfortunately has to lose the battle.
Micah Augustine, the third baseman, their team leader in batting average this year, comes to the plate, bases loaded, 2 gone. Her only other at-bat, she drew a walk. First delivery, swung on, popped up out of play, straight back.
Yep, following suit, putting them back in the woods.
You ever been in a situation where, what happens if you run out of softballs?
They'll probably go to the problem is they could go to the teams and actually get good, like their best
practice balls.
But eventually, especially with this setting, I don't know that they'd have enough.
A 1, swung on and missed as she went up in the zone. Augustine bit on it. It looks so tempting when it rises up in the zone.
Yes, yep.
The only way you're ever going to do anything with that is actually to get up on top of that ball, but that is such a minute window to be able to do.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Okay, there's a couple of them coming back up. That's good.
0-2. Swung on, popped up, straight back, center field ranging in. Musser from short comes in, but it's Paul who will call her off in center. So Gossett works out of it again. Still a 1-0 ball game. Bottom of the second on the way from Lower City.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms. Family. Food.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Bottom of the second inning on the way from Lower City. Big Z Sports bringing you high school softball tournament action, district championship Division IV.
That's funny. There were so many balls lost in that last half inning. The pitcher ended up with 2 to start with. I think they know what's coming.
Rush had one. Claxon came out and threw her one, not realizing that her pitcher had one. Said, hey, switch it out. We like this one better.
Yeah, coverage all season long thanks to the Keim Home Center, Right Mark Roofing, and
Tuscarawas Insurance Agency.
Yes, thanks, Nick. It was rolling off my tongue, and then I just you hit that block. It's like, okay, that's good.
Heavenly Paul will lead off the inning. 7-8-9 due up for the Braves. They trail 1-0. First offering a bit low, probably a bit outside as well. Somewhere Zach Motice was going, come on, Adam, you know this one.
Yeah, he was waiting for it, and then I just got, again, hit the wall.
1-0. Swung on and missed. Paul tried to catch up to the heater, now 1-1.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what Rush, she's got some good velocity on those,
I'm not sure.
fastballs.
Well,
I'd say low 60s.
I was going to say, you coached for a while. You can figure it out. 1-1. Way high, lost the handle. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that after seeing that pitch. Rush ready for 2-1. Swung on, popped up, straight back out of play. And in the woods we go. You have to invest in some tick repellent around here if you're going to hunt for foul balls.
Yeah, or maybe just a taller backstop fence.
2-2. Way high as she went with the off speed, but lost the handle.
So what that does, because obviously both pitchers are dealing with that, when you can't locate your off-speed pitch, what that does is that the batters, they know that and they see it, and so they're going to be sitting.
They see that release and they know it's.
They're going to be sitting fastball because they know they don't have to worry about the changeup.
3-2, swung on, and that is a foul tip back into the glove for strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs now for Rush as Paul is sat down. It'll bring up Ashlyn Bolin.
Yeah, that's one of the best spots you can throw a pitch. If you can get it on the outside part of the plate, about knee-high on the outside corner, it's a tough pitch to catch up to.
Bolin, the left fielder for the Braves. First delivery to her, swung on a miss as Rush goes upstairs. Outfield has shifted around a bit in recent weeks for the Braves. They've kind of been moving players around in different spots. 0-1. At the knee, strike 2.
You can see Rush, kind of like Gossett, getting a little bit more comfortable, starting to hit that groove.
The 0-2. It was high, but Bolin offered on it and somehow got a piece. Stays at 0-2.
Yeah, it was a good 0-2 pitch out of the zone. Tried to get the batter to chase, which she did. Bolin did a good job putting the bat on it.
Bolin back in. Another 0-2. Swung on, popped up, right side, trailing towards the line. Second baseman will come in and make the basket catch for out number 2. Good hustle play over there from second base by Parsons. Ball just kept trailing towards the line, but she stuck with it all the way. Alexa Schuler, the right fielder, will come in.
Our other broadcast today, starting in about a half an hour, is the Division 7 District Championship game between Strasburg and Canton Valley. Schuler drops it right into left field.
A perfectly placed single with 2 gone. Schuler keeps the inning alive and will put him back to the top of the order, and that's exactly what you want out of your 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, she didn't waste any time. Ball was there, and she hit it.
Another one that was squared up pretty good. You could not stand there and throw that ball out in a better location, though.
No.
That used to your point of no man's land earlier.
Yes.
Perfect example.
Yes.
Musser back in. She ground out to the pitcher her first time up. Now she'll ground towards the first baseman, and Musser's going to beat it out.
Yeah, once the first baseman comes off there, that's there's a high likelihood that Musser would beat him back to the bag, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, the first baseman over there trying to make that play was Lanning. I'm not sure she even touched it necessarily.
No, and that's that would be a scouting thing that if knowing Musser, you almost have to make sure your second baseman fields that ball.
It's Bella Weaver in outside corner. She geared up the hands but held off. It's 0-1.
If I'm not mistaken, Bella drove one into left center on first plate appearance, correct?
She certainly did, between the shortstop and third base. Rush is 0-1. Swung on and missed. Goes downstairs. Bottom dropped out of it. It's now 0-2.
Rush in control here, having 3 pitches to work with. Trying to get this is where you want to go to a chase pitch.
0-2. Way high, and both runners are going to advance as Claxon goes back and grabs it. But now both runners in scoring position. Tying run stands 60 feet away in Schuler.
Yeah, Braves could be in business here.
1-2. Good hold from Weaver. They're going to have an appeal, I thought, to the home plate umpire. I guess not. It's now 2-2. Claxon asked Blue, he said, did she go? And
yeah, no, that was, I think the bat basically just came off the shoulder, not much more than that.
2-2. Outside corner again. Weaver drives it to the left side, but foul. Schuler on third, Musser on second. Weaver looking to get this game knotted up or maybe even take the lead for the Braves.
I was going to say, with a base hit, I think with Musser's speed, I think she's scoring.
2-2. Inside, strike three is called on Weaver as Rush works out of the inning again. We'll move on to the top of the third. Morgan on top. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff at McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season and make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Find your path to success at Buckeye Career Center. Buckeye students earned over 3,000 industry-recognized credentials this past school year, and over 130 students participated in our School to Work program or an internship at a local business. Let us help you get a jump start on your future in a career of landscaping and turf management, pharmacy technician, HVACR, CAD development and design, or any of our over 30 programs. Enroll today for next school year by visiting BuckeyeCareerCenter.org.
It is the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, and it's the third inning district championship action. Winner goes on to the regionals, as it is Aaliyah Rush coming to the plate for Morgan, as she will stand right there and watch the final delivery from Gossett. And wise move there. Just get a better eye on the location, better eye on the spin.
Yeah, and after 2 innings, a stat that we talked about off air that both teams are tied with is one that coaches don't like to hear, but they've both left five runners on base.
Yeah, if we talk to Coach Kearns or Coach Braun right now, neither is happy about that prospect. So the first delivery from Gossett to Rush, she jumps on it and fouls it down the left side.
Yeah, she doesn't leave anything in the tank when she swings.
Coach Kearns laughing with Rush, and what I got from seeing him in his interactions in the dugout before I talked to him in the pregame, very fun coach to play for, it would seem. The 0-1. Swung on and fouled left side again. So Gossett has worked it in on the first 2 deliveries.
And Kearns has put him, at least one of the foul balls stayed in the fenced-in area.
You don't have to chase, don't have to look for the ball. Gossett's 0-2. Goes for the outside corner. Trails into the left-handed batter's box. Now 1-2. Next delivery to Rush. Swung on, back up the middle. Lewis charges, backhand, throws on to first, and falling down and safe is Rush, who not sure if she lost her footing or was trying to dive for one, but she's there.
Whatever she did, that to me is hustle. I think she was trying to dive for the bag.
Rush seems all right, so that's a good sign, but
and that was a cue shot off the bat. That was definitely off the end of the bat. You saw the spin when it finally hit the turf.
And I think that's why Lewis was playing back. She didn't know where it was going to carry him when it finally came down. So, an infield single by Rush to start off this inning. Paige Lanning now in. Lanning's first time up. She struck out. It's a bunt attempt there. And falling down at first is Rush, and the throw goes wide as it'll hit her on the arm as she will go down. That was a scramble there. Scramble drill back to first. And I think we'll go ahead and take a brief timeout. Big Z Sports will roll on right after this.
T-County Boxing Academy on East High in New Philadelphia invites anyone serious about boxing to see what they offer and have success just like pro boxer and Yurksville's own Sugar Dre Donovan. T-County Boxing Academy not only offers the area's premier training facility, but also offers the best supplements on the market for peak training to get the most out of your workouts. To see all T-County Boxing Academy has to offer, find T-County Boxing Academy-TCBA on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. All good as Aaliyah Rush does jump back up. I think just kind of got crossed up.
Yeah, and I think we're going to.
Are we going to get a courtesy runner now?
Yeah, or maybe not.
Well, that's what Coach Kearns was talking with his dugout about, but I guess not.
Yeah.
So Rush will stay on. It's a 1-0 count as Lanning was going to round a bunt, pulled the bat back. Now she'll swing, line drive, caught by Weaver, and Rush was going to get doubled off, but the throw goes way high over Paul's head. Schuler comes in and grabs it, and Rush will still be on at first.
Yeah, boy,
crazy sequence
that was
there.
A very crazy sequence. And Rush got off the bag, and you could just see her look and be like, oh, I got to do it again.
So Schuler came in. Paul is a pretty tall first baseman, but not quite that tall.
No, No, that one kind of sailed.
Peyton Lammers. Well, if you're a Weaver, you're so excited about the idea of a double play that just lost the release point.
Yeah.
Gossett kicks, steals, tries to go at the knees, but it's just a bit low in the zone. Now 1-0. Yeah, not sure. It's 2 times we've seen Rush kind of stumble over there on the path.
I'm again, being the pitcher, you could use a courtesy runner.
1-0. Ground ball, hard hit, glove by Musser, flipped on to second to Lewis for 1, and she'll hold there on the throw to first. And there's going to be runner interference because Rush never got down and was in the throwing lane. Double play there will get the Braves out of the inning. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
This is Jordan Hartzler. At Hartzler's Quality Housing, our goal is to help customers achieve the dream of home ownership. We have been a family-owned, affordable housing business for over 40 years. We value our customers and have the knowledge and experience to help you walk through the home buying process from start to finish.
Conveniently located just off I-77 in New Philadelphia, stop by and browse their model homes or learn more by visiting Hartzlers.com.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Bottom of the third inning on the way. Rush back on the mound for Morgan. Indian Valley coming to the plate with 3, 4, 5 due up, and Myers, Gossett, and Gossett. Kind of sounds like the law firm.
It
Myers,
does.
Gossett, and Gossett. So the inning-ending play there, it was Leah Rush who was going into second. They were trying to double up Peyton Lammers at first. Rush seemed like she couldn't quite get down, maybe got her legs caught up underneath her, and they called the interference. So I guess you could call it a double play, so to speak. First offering from Rush is there to Myers for strike 1.
And Rush comes back out and says, okay, I'll just take care
I'll
of it.
just fire a fastball right by you then.
I'll just take care of it on the mound.
Braves so far do have 3 hits. Next delivery to Myers is in the dirt, off the turf rather. Now 1-1. That was the first inning we've had so far, first half of an inning that no runners stranded on base.
Yes.
Now the 1-1. Myers holds off on it. Strike 2 called on the inside corner at the knees.
She's doing a good job right now. We're still working it inside and out, not staying on one part of the plate.
1-2. It was a high one. Myers off it on it, but fought it off. Now 1-2. Rush so far, outside of the 3 hits given up, has pitched a very, very solid game so far. That one fouled away again. She's working on 3 punch-outs so far. Now we're getting into the middle part of the lineup. Second time through, you're really going to start seeing what the Braves have in terms of the timing.
See what they've learned. Obviously, second time through. The first time through, you're learning what this pitcher throws, seeing it live.
1-2 was high and tight on the off-speed. Thought Myers for a second there might have had it clip off the face mask. It ran in far enough.
Yeah.
That's the best pitch if you're going to wear it, I guess. 2-2. Swung on and missed as Rush got her tied up. 4th punch out for her, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, it was a great pitch location. Being up in the count still, that was way off the plate. Another chase pitch, and this time Myers did chase it.
Shelby Gossett, who has walked in this game, will come back in. No real wind here today, which is a change from the last time we were in Lower City. First delivery to Gossett, high and outside. Yeah, we said that was a game that had the wind blowing straight in from center, and we still saw 2 home runs. Figure that one out. 1-0. That was low. Gossett went fishing for it. Shortstop comes in. Gloves fires on to first for out number 2. Handling that with ease over from short was Baker. And quickly, 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, not really the first strike you want to swing at when it's out of the zone like that. But at least Gossett, she did get it in play and made them make a play.
Cameron Gossett in. She drew a 4-pitch walk her first time up. First delivery goes low, and it drops just low, 1-0. Rush's 1-0 delivery. That's going to be a strike on the inside to Gossett.
Yeah, Rush, like I said before, she's doing a great job working it around. She's not going to the same spot twice.
1-1, outside and high. Braves have been a little bit more patient this second time through overall. Probably something that Coach Braun and company talked about in the dugout.
Yes.
2-1, swung on, hammered right side. Right fielder takes one step in, now has to run in and make the grab for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. We'll move on to the 4th. Big Z Sports returns with Morgan leading 1-0.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
7-8-9 coming to the plate for Morgan. It will be Lainey Kangas, the right fielder. She delivered a single on the first pitch she saw the last time up. And she'll try to do it again, but this time it's a line drive right into Musser's glove for out number 1. Jumping all over the first pitch again.
Yeah, we've kind of, the way this game started is not, we were kind of, the way it started, we thought we were in for a high-scoring affair. And
judging how these teams have been this year, you could have kind of thought that might have happened.
It's quickly turned into a pitcher's duel.
Ellie Parsons, the second baseman, she popped out to short her first time up. Outside offering from Gossett. That was the play, remember, that Musser was running straight back. We thought it was going to be a seeing eye single, but instead,
yes,
Musser showed off the speed and the range. Gossett's next delivery is high as well. It's 2-0. Morgan got the lone run in the first inning. It was a wild pitch from Gossett that brought Baker home, and since then, both these teams, although they've had opportunities to score, they've kind of been stumped by the opposing pitcher.
Yeah, and the worst part about that, if you're a Braves fan, is there was no hits at that point for the Raiders.
2-0 drops, it is the 2-0 drops low now. 3-0 to Parsons, who her first time up saw 3 pitches. All of them were in the zone, and she popped out on the third one. Now ahead 3-0. Next delivery right down Broadway. Kind of surprised in left center there, Adam. There's someone with their lights on. It's not really dark enough to probably worry about it, though.
No, but normally they usually address that.
3-1. Goes for the knees, and ball 4 is called. So Parsons will be on with 1 out. Remy Kearns will now come in, the left fielder.
That was a good spot. Obviously must have been just below the knees to not get that call.
Kearns, her first time up, she struck out. Gossett kicks and deals. That's on the inside corner, tap foul.
We noticed that the temperature change when the sun goes away.
It's
still nice out, but
it's a tale of 2 seasons, because now it feels like fall, and when the sun comes out, it is spring, so figure that out. 0-1. Lost the handle. Now 1-1. Gossett has been trying to locate low and inside, but it's kind of been missing for most of the game.
It has. And Morgan, the Raiders, they'd love to get runners into scoring position with the top of their order coming up.
1-1. Swung on, slap foul to the right side, now 1-2. This has kind of been on par for a lot of the tournament games we've seen thus far. Pitchers, duels, not much in terms of the offensive side. 1-2. Low in the dirt, good. Blocked by Myers. Will keep Parsons at first.
Yeah, Myers' stop there definitely saved the runner from advancing to second.
I never had to block on turf. I don't know how much different it is than dirt. I'm sure it's quite a bit different.
It's quicker is what it does. It skips off a lot faster.
2-2. Tapper, Musser, grounds, gloves, fires on to first, and she will get the out. As getting down the line quickly was Parsons. She advanced on to second on the fielder's choice with 2 gone.
Yeah, chose to take the for sure out at first base instead of trying to do the quick flip over to second.
And you've got to have that. Runner. If you're going to play short, you've got to have that instinct. You've got to know when it's time to give up on that lead runner.
Yeah.
We'll see, though, now with a runner in scoring position and Chloe Baker at the plate, what this can do for the Raiders. She has walked and had a single, has scored the game's only run. Gossett will kick, deal. Swung on, line drive. Paul's going to have to go back for it, going up towards the fence, and that one is bouncing off the fence. Runner's going to come home, and Baker advances on to second. Musser throws over. It's over the head of the shortstop, her second baseman, in Lewis. And Chloe Baker's hot day continues.
Yeah, Baker jumped all over that first pitch and drove it over the center fielder's head, short hop the fence, and Morgan gets another run on the board.
That'll bring up Blair Clausen, the catcher. Boy, Baker jumped on that. I thought it had a chance for a moment.
So did I. I thought I was going to go out in the Souvenir City out there. A lot of people out there.
Clausen has been hit by a pitch and walked. Gossett's delivery drops in there for a strike. Now a 2-0 ball game. It has been the top of the order that's done most of the damage for the Raiders to this point.
Or at least most of the foul balls that have not came back.
Also that. 0-1, skied straight back, heads up in the bleachers there, as it will somehow miss everybody and just dead stop on the gravel.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
That's like a great golf shot. It's like a wedge.
Is that your approach?
Oh, no, mine.
Over the green?
Yeah, mine. I was going to say mine would have never got that much air.
It's now an 0-2. That was impressive. Now an 0-2 upcoming. Goes for the outside corner. Good location, but it misses. Trying to get Clausen to bite. Mine are either going 5 feet forward on a chunk or 20 yards over the green. Logan's the one we need to talk to about the approach shot. 1-2. Off speed, hammered into the ground. Lewis, gloves, fires on to first. So Morgan does get another one across, but the Braves work out of it. 2-0 ball game. What's Indian Valley got in store on offense? Find out after this on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel.
You know what's better than a limited time deal? An unlimited time deal. That's why the Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag with a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, 4-piece nugs, Junior Hot and Crispy Fries, and small soft drink is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
Welcome back into the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Bottom of the fourth inning. Braves coming up to the plate, and it will be 6-7-8 up here for Indian Valley. Adam, when push comes to shove right now, Morgan has gotten the second run across, but overall, Shelby Gossett doing a very nice job on the mound. Has given up those 2 runs, but has really worked out of some jams. Now she needs to depend on her offense to get him back in this thing.
Yeah, obviously, you in the 2-0 ball game, the problem is right now for the Braves, there's still a 0 on the run column, and with 0, it doesn't matter how many the other team scores because You didn't score. You have to get the offense moving.
Cambry Paul, the first baseman, will now come in for her next plate appearance. She struck out looking her first time up. This one's beaten into the ground. Third baseman gloves, fires on to first for out number 1. So Paul goes after the first pitch and grounds out. You know what sounds great for some lunchtime
What's that?
eats right now?
Huh.
What do you think? Does pizza sound good?
Oh, pizza always sounds good.
Amici's?
Maybe Amici's pizza. Yeah.
You can find them in both West Lafayette and Jeanette Hutton.
Yeah.
They're supporting today's presentation of high school softball. First delivery to Heavenly Paul is fouled away.
Yeah, you get some chicken bacon ranch or they're Italian. You've had their Italian sub, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
That is some good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, come on, you can name anything off the menu. You're going to be a fan of it.
Mac and cheese pizza. I'm going with all the non-traditional items. I mean, their cheesy bread. You can't beat that.
The 0-1 drops too low. Now 1-1. Now I'm hungry. Great.
Yeah, it happens.
Unfortunately, I got to drive like northeast after this game, so I don't think I can stop in Jeanette or West Lafayette. 1-1 goes for the outside corner, drops too low.
Being grad party season, though, I'm willing to bet that maybe Logan will play. He might come across some Amici's pizza or cheese sticks or wings or something. Maybe
2-1.
one of the parties he goes to.
Bounces into Paul, now 3-1. Good hitters count upcoming. This is Indian Valley again, their second time through the order. Sometimes takes some real time to get the timing down and everything. And
it does.
Now, if you're Rush, here, this is where you got to start mixing things up a little bit more, though, I would assume.
Yeah.
3-1. Swung on, fouled off the Indian Valley dugout, now 3-2.
And that, like I said, I've said it a couple times already. That's one thing she's done a great job with. She has not thrown to the same spot twice. She's moving it around, doing a great job of that.
3-2. Runs high there, so Paul will draw the walk with a one-out base runner. Ashlyn Boland coming up. She popped out to second her first time.
So the Braves are in business here with only one out. Want to at least get a ball in play to advance that runner here.
At the very least, do anything you can to start trying to manufacture some runs.
Yes.
First delivery to Boland's there for a strike.
Only being the fourth inning, you don't have to score both of them here.
No, it can be a chip away kind of situation.
Yeah.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. And there goes Paul. She's going to step up and try to steal second. Sliding in and tried to get under the tag, but she is called out. Advancing to second.
Yeah, it was a great throw. The throw, she popped and threw so quick, kept it low to the ground. They made a great play on the hop and got the tag. It looked like, I know what a lot of people were thinking. Well, she tagged her on her, on her backside, but it was so far away from the base, it still beat her to the bag.
Foul tip caught by Claxon behind the plate, and what a job by Morgan there. Quickly through the Indian Valley lineup. Top of the fifth, Morgan up 2-0. Big Z Sports returns right after this.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Jeanette Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
It is the top of the fifth inning from Lower City. High school softball tournament action, district final on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. It's the heart of the order due up for Morgan, and that's a deep fly ball to straightaway center, and it is going to be caught out there by Heavenly Paul, as giving it a ride was Micah Augenstein. But what a job by Paul to stay with it close to the fence.
Yeah, Paul did a great job. She went straight back, found the fence, and literally just stood there and waited for it to come down into her glove.
Well, we've seen for both Cambry and for Heavenly, they've got the height, and that helps out quite a bit in scenarios like that.
Absolutely.
So a loud out number 1 to start off the 5th inning. Gossett's next delivery, swung on, fouled back by Rush. And, that's credit where credit's due there. Augenstein gave it a ride for sure, but if you're Gossett, you're probably thinking right now, look, I can depend on my defense. I just need to put it in the zone, and there you go.
Yeah. And the thing is, the Braves knew coming in.
Change up, Musser. What a glove over there from short. Fires on to first for out number 2.
The Braves knew coming in that the Raiders, obviously scoring over 20 runs in their last game, they can score some runs. They can hit the ball. So, the Braves doing a great job. Gossett doing a great job keeping the ball inside the park, giving her defense a chance to make plays.
Paige Lanning, strikeout line out for her. Gossett's delivery, fouled back into the glove of Myers. It's 0-1.
And the speed, we talked a little bit. The speed of this game is just unbelievable.
Well, we're just now hitting noon, and we're in the top of the 5th. That's impressive.
It is.
1. Swung on, tapped, third baseline. Weaver, gloves, over to first for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning, and that's just what the doctor ordered if you're the Braves. Indian Valley's bats are coming to the plate after this.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting. From traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind. And there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
9-1-2 coming to the plate as Blue has to call time there because head coach Dusty Braun was still making his way to the third base coach's box. We are moving along here.
These two teams, they are ready to roll.
Alexis Schuler in, swings and misses on the first one from Rush. Schuler, first pitch she saw last time up, delivered a single to the left side, eventually got stranded at third.
Yeah, Dusty Braun had to run to the third baseman's coach's box. Home plate umpire had to stop the first pitch from happening.
These girls are moving.
It was a whirlwind of a half inning there.
Rush is 1-1. Swung on and missed. Got it past Schuler again. For Indian Valley so far, Adam, there have been a few opportunities, but overall, it has been Rush who has been pretty dominant from the start. It's now 2-2 as she missed outside.
Yeah, she's been in complete control. Kind of got into the one mess that she was in, was able to get out of that, and that's pretty much been it.
2-2 goes for the inside corner, and a strike 3 is called. Back-to-back punch-outs for Rush. We'll go to the top of the order.
She's doing a fantastic job with that inside fastball because what she did, pitch before, threw it into the left-handed batter's box. So the batter's eyes, they think when that pitch comes in that it's way inside. It's not. It's going over the inside part of the plate.
Musser will see strike 1 on the outside corner. So far today, she has ground out and singled. Remember, that was an infield single hit towards the first baseman and just too much speed. 1. Watches strike 2 on the outside corner. So Rush going right after the leadoff for the Braves.
And as we mentioned, Musser, all she's got to do is put the ball in play, and it's a difficult out.
Back up the middle, past the second baseman, and Musser is going to hold up at first with a single. She took a big rounding turn at first, but held up as the center fielder cut it off. So a one-out base knock.
Yeah, that one actually caromed off of Rush's glove. Kind of changed the direction of it. I was waiting to see it.
Kind of pinball.
Sometimes when things are going your way, things happen. I was waiting to see that ball go from her glove to the second baseman.
Not often you see a 1-4 flyout, but, Weaver swings and misses on the first one. How many times have you seen that written in the scorebook? F1-4.
Never.
Okay.
I thought there was a chance there. With Musser's wheels, obviously you wouldn't be surprised here if Coach Braun gets her in motion.
0-1. Weaver uncorks one, but it's going to go well foul down the left side.
Yeah, you know what pitching coaches call that? It's a long strike.
Mm-hmm. You and I call a delicious option if you're looking for a bite to eat tonight.
What's that?
Sammy Sue's Barbecue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, more food. That's I like it.
Hard hit to the left side, but foul. Check them out in Dover. We always have to thank Sammy and the great staff at Sammy Sue's for everything they do for Big Z sports and high school sports in general and around our area. And if you want some fresh made-in-house barbecue, there's no better place.
That's the place. I'll tell you what, I've went down to Tennessee, expecting that, that's supposed to be the capital of once you get south.
Mm-hmm.
We had some, and I'm like, nope,
it's fine, but it's not Sammy's.
It's fine, nope.
Next delivery, Weaver pops it up straight back.
Sammy's also does the graduation parties, so if you're a procrastinator like me, and you got some people in the next couple weeks coming over for a grad party, call Sammy's up. They'll hook you up.
I don't care if I know them or not. If you got barbecue, I'm coming. The 0-2 and lost the handle. Good block by Claxon. Musser is going to steal second as the throw came wide. So the stolen base will now put a runner in scoring position. Weaver behind in the count 1-2.
Yeah, the only reason that throw went wide is because Bella Weaver did what she's supposed to do on a pass. She stayed in the box. So the catcher had to just throw from where she could. And
you don't technically have to move as long as you're not on purpose impeding, really. 1-2 is fouled away to the left side.
Look at Dusty making
look
plays
at those,
out there.
Look at that fancy footwork.
He played the carom off the brick wall there and played the spin. He had it.
The only thing I will say, though, we're going to have to give him a hard time for is he didn't get up and get ready to fire. He just kind of flipped the ball. 1-2. Swung on, fouled away again by Weaver, who stays alive. And Claxon asked Weaver if she was okay, fouled it off of her leg.
That's the one foul ball you never want to have.
Top of the foot.
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Anything off the bat to your leg is not good.
1-2, lost the handle. Good block by Claxon, and Musser gets chased back to second. Not often do we see a ball in the dirt that chases Musser back, but a great job by Claxon behind the plate. Two. Swung on, hard hit foul.
Doing a great job barreling it up. Just got to get the timing right to keep it in fair territory.
Rushes 2-2, swung on, skied left side, and foul again. So we saw this earlier when it was Morgan at the plate, and I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Claxon, who saw about 12 or 13 pitches or so? Now Weaver is battling through with Rush.
And that's what you want to see, Coach Dusty Braun. He just wants to see a battle up there.
2-2. Swung on, drive, left field. Center fielder is coming over to make the grab, and she will reach up and make the grab for the out as Musser cannot advance. So now 2 outs with Sarah Myers coming to the plate.
Yeah, great job getting that first making the out and then getting it in quickly so you can't advance the runner.
Myers has hit into a fielder's choice and struck out. Opportunities are getting limited now for the Braves at the plate, still trailing by 2. Delivery from Rush. Myers holds off. It's on the inside corner for a strike. Pretty much every time we have seen Rush go for the inside corner, it's really tied up the Indian Valley batters.
Yep, really has. She's done a great job, but like I said, she's done a great job locating it.
0-1. Outside corner and away. Now 1-1. It's so difficult there if you are a batter because Rush's pitch on the inside tails and catches the black. Then when she goes for the outside, it starts on the black and ends up almost in the left-handed batter's box. I mean, that's tough.
It's tough to hit that.
1-1. Swung on, and Myers fouls it off of her leg.
Yeah, that's she's laughing it off because that's another one.
That's all you can do.
Doesn't feel good.
That's all you really can do, though, is just smile.
Yeah, because you're not going to go sit down because of it, so you might as well just laugh it off.
1-2 inside, and that one was running just too far inside, so now 2-2. That might be the first time we've seen Rush actually miss that inside corner.
Yeah. Yeah, up until that point, I think she's located that pitch every time she's thrown it.
2-2. In the dirt, away from Claxon. Musser is going to advance and be 60 feet away for bringing home the first run for the Braves.
Yeah,
and a full count upcoming.
Full count, yeah. Obviously, Musser won't be there.
I don't think you're going to be in motion here.
She won't be in motion, but this is definitely that payoff pitch.
The 3-2. Swung on, line drive, and it'll bounce in front of the shortstop. Myers is making her way down the line, and that is out number 3. As Rush works out of it again, and the Braves squander another scoring chance. It will be the Raiders coming to the plate right after this.
TMK Valley Propane is embracing remote tank monitors. Are you tired of going outside to check your propane tank or forget to order your propane on time? TMK Valley Propane now provides reliable remote tank monitoring technology. Let TMK Valley Propane take the worry away, provide timely delivery, and never run out of propane again. Thank you for your trust in TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on their menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
2-0 ball game. It is Morgan leading Indian Valley in this district championship out of Division 4. Adam, you and I were talking. Right now, the stat that is haunting Indian Valley is 6 runners left on base to this point. They're still hunting for their first run of this game.
Yeah, 6 runners left on base and only 4 hits so far through five innings of play. It's not a good circumstance to be in, but they got 2 at-bats left, and they've seen this pitcher multiple times now.
We've seen it in this tournament run. Sometimes it takes your 3rd, maybe even your 4th time through before you'll finally start making some contact.
Yep.
Peyton Lammers to lead things off. She has popped out and hit into a double play. Gossett's first delivery is right there for strike number 1. Although I say Lammers hit into the double play, it was a odd circumstance double play you don't see very often.
No, not at all.
The 0-1. Tries to go at the knees, and it's there. Now 0-2. Gossett has located it well at the knees so far today.
She has. And now, being up at 0-2, and Lammers yet to swing the bat, this is where Gossett, you're setting it up for a chase pitch.
0-2, and there it was. Now 1-2. Probably want to bring that in just a little bit closer to the plate for that waste, but still a good location.
Yep.
2 runs have come across for Morgan, but they've only got 4 hits. Gossett a couple of walks. She has pitched a solid game. 1-2. Went for the outside corner again and missed. So far, the only RBI in this game came from Chloe Baker.
Yep. She hit that ball into the outfield, and they were able to score one.
2-2 goes for the inside and fouled straight back. Coach Braun has always said about Gossett on the mound that she might not be a flamethrower, she might not rack up the strikes, but she is going to battle and work with you, she's just going to keep you in games, basically.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what, we saw it on Tuesday, and we're seeing it again here today.
2-2, off speed, driven straight into the ground. Comes off the plate, so it'll go back to a 2-2.
That one, there's that turf spin again, because when it came down,
it looked like it should have went forward.
Yeah, it did. It started to, and that's one of those weird plays that if it would have came out of the box, it would have been fair ball.
2-2, and lost the handle as it rolls in underneath the feet of Lammers. So it is a full count.
And that's where the dugout's saying, wear it.
Well, the only one who wore it there was Blue as it went off of his foot.
Let's say when it's rolling into you, that's those are the ones you want to take.
3-2. Swung on, popped up, right side, trailing over as Paul calls everybody off and makes the grab in foul territory for out number 1.
It's a good battle there by Lammers, but fouls out.
Up next, Lainey Kangas, the right fielder. She has a single and a line out. Kangas has seen 2 pitches today because she has swung on both of those first 2 she's seen. She won't swing at that one. It's now 1-0.
Coach Kern's probably happy she didn't swing at that pitch.
You want to talk about being aggressive? That's about as aggressive as you can get. The 1-0. Inside corner, line drive. Musser goes over into the gap and makes the grab for out number 2.
Yeah, speed at that shortstop position. That's truly a weapon, and Musser shows it again.
So far, that's 2 or 3. Actually, 3 hits that she has taken away.
Yes.
Ellie Parsons, the second baseman. She has popped out and walked. She came around to score and was driven in by Chloe Baker. Delivery from Gossett, off speed, drops in there. That is such a buckling pitch when you're not expecting it.
It really is, because Gossett, she doesn't throw it a lot, but when she, if she can locate that thing, it's definitely enough to freeze you.
0-1. Brings back the fastball, now 0-2.
Yeah, really got her guessing now, throwing speed and the changeup. First 2 pitches, getting 2 strikes.
I think fastball, we don't actually know what her pitches are. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, yes.
The 0-2. Just drops low in the zone. Good location to try to get a chase, but it's 1-2. Breeze is picked back up again.
It is. It kind of feels good after the sun beats down on you for a little while.
Hot, cold, hot, cold.
Yeah.
1-2. Swung on, back up the middle. Gossett can't make the play. Lewis backhands, throws on to first. Close play, but she got her. So a 1-2-3 inning there. Braves coming to the plate. 2 final chances for them. Indian Valley going to have to put up some runs. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
The completion of Tusky Deli's expansion project is near and is excited to offer everyone even more items. The deli has remained open throughout the construction to continue offering the lowest prices around on their deli items, along with their made fresh daily soups, salads, sandwiches, and wraps, which is perfect for a lunchtime stop. You can find Tusky Deli on Facebook. The Tusky Deli is a proud supporter of Indian Valley Braves athletes and wishes them the best of luck in tonight's game.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. There's just something different about a pizza from Amici's. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
4-5-6 coming to the plate for Indian Valley. Shelby Gossett, Camer Gossett, and Cambry Paul. 2-0 ball game. Morgan up on the Braves. First delivery, it's a hammer shot on the left side, and that's a single for Gossett to lead things off. That might have been a little frustration from Shelby she took out on that swing.
She jumped all over that first pitch as Coach Dusty Braun's going to get a courtesy runner for his pitcher.
And we'll see who is going to come in.
Should be the same as...
It'll be Reard again.
Yeah. I think Shelby was, pleading her case to stay
to try
on
to
base.
run. That might be the most sharply hit ball we've seen today.
Yeah, that was a rope.
Camer Gossett will now come in, your designated player, with Reard on at first. First delivery, runs outside, now 1-0. Before that, I was just going to get to say that Shelby had walked and ground out. Now had a single, so a 1-for-2 day for her.
Now she has a single.
1-0. Camer holds off. It's 2-0 as it dropped below the knees. It's back-to-back innings defensively for the Braves with no runs, no hits, nobody left on base, so
yeah,
Gossett and the defense showing up.
Definitely stepping up.
Swung on, sky to the right side. First baseman will come in. Pitcher now calls her off and makes the grab in foul territory for out number 1.
Yeah, that one got a lot of barrel on it. Unfortunately, it was the top half of the barrel, so it went straight up in the air.
Cambry Paul will come in. Strikeout, ground out for her. Rush's first delivery, check swing, appeal down to first, and Paul did hold the bat back, so it's 1-0. Now it looks like Claxon will have I was going to say a meeting with Rush, but I think a little issue with the mask.
Yeah, it looks like
Where's the zip ties and duct tape?
Yeah, I would say they're kind of like rubber band straps is basically what they are, and sometimes they'll work themselves loose, and it's always fun when they just kind of fall off their
in
face.
mid-pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they're not made to last forever, is what you'll probably say.
No, just got to tighten them up again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just switch it out. Put like a ratchet strap on the back. That won't break. Rush ready. Her 1-0. High and outside. Now 2-0 to Paul. Coach Braun barking out some instruction to his first baseman. 2-0. Held there by Paul, but it's now 2-1. Looked like it was going to cut inside, but kind of stayed middle.
Yeah, it looked like she was kind of undecided on what she wanted to do with that pitch.
2-1. Swung on, popped up, right side. Second baseman will charge it and will make the basket catch.
Wow.
Reard stays on at first, and lucky there actually for the Braves because Reard obviously can't run on the pop-up. But if that was dropped there by Parsons, could have been trouble.
Look, you never want your pitcher coming off the mound to make a play. But as deep as that second baseman is, I would say more so maybe the first baseman's ball there, because that was a tough play to be made.
Heavenly Paul will stand in. Swung on and missed. She has struck out and walked. Boy, Rush on the mound has just had all the answers today.
She really has. She got into that mess early, and really ever since then, she's been in complete control.
0-1, swung on, sky to the left side, hooking towards the fence. Third baseman, shortstop going over, trying to make the grab, but it just gets out of the glove there.
Yeah, good hustle.
Shortstop in Baker was running over. She had it on the tip of her glove, bounced off the fence, and it slipped out.
Yeah, I'm thinking that if this facility wasn't as nice as it was with a fence, I think she probably makes that play because she wouldn't be worried about said fence.
You'd still be in full sprint mode, basically.
Yes.
The 0-2. Just runs out of the zone, now 1-2.
Again, doing a good job moving it around.
Rush's next delivery. Drops outside and away, now 2-2. Paul's worked the count even. Winner in this ball game does move on to the regional rounds and will pick up the district crown. 2-2. Swung on and missed as Rush will sit down Paul for out number 3. Morgan coming to the plate looking for some insurance runs. 7th inning on the way from Lower City.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
It is 9-1-2 coming to the plate for Morgan. They have the 2-0 lead over Indian Valley. Looking for a couple more runs before we head to the final frame of this ball game. Shelby Gossett on the mound for Indian Valley thus far. We'll get a ground ball. It's going to go to Lewis, who will flip it on to first for out number 1. First pitch swinging from Kearns doesn't work out. Gossett, again, as we've mentioned, has pitched an extremely solid game to this point. Has only given up 4 hits. Had some struggles in that first inning that got Morgan off with the 1-0 or 1-0 lead on the wild pitch. Then she's given up an RBI double. Other than that, it's been solid.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a 2-0 ball game, you know there's not many hits in the game because otherwise there'd be more runs on the board.
Chloe Baker is in. She will watch ball one that drops low.
Score update from our other game that we're broadcasting today. The Strasburg Tigers played at 1 in the top of the first. Maddie Kelly hit a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the first inning. So the Rockets lead 3-1.
1-0, off speed, drops out of the zone, or away from the zone, I should say, 2-0.
Once this game's over, you could obviously jump over to that stream and watch that all that action as they're still in the first inning and we're in the 7th.
Crazy how fast this has gone.
Yes.
The 2-0. Goes for the inside corner at the knees. Great location. Strike one. Braves defensively, I think I've got one error marked down today, but it's been solid defensively too.
That's the thing. It's just, I mean, obviously if you have to circle one thing, it's just the offensive production. That's got to be it today.
Now 2-2. Gossett clipped the inside corner.
But in that same breath, you got to give a shout-out to Rush and what she's done on the mound, because she's done a tremendous job locating, making it difficult on the Braves hitters.
2-2. Off speed, gets her to chase. Lewis charges, gloves, fires on to first for out number 2. So back-to-back 4-3 putouts. 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. We'll bring Blair Claxon to the plate.
And sitting back watching Gossett pitch right now, those are two beautiful things you like seeing. 2 hits in a row off the end of the bat to the second baseman.
That's slow rollers as they can be.
That's exactly what you want to see.
Claxon hit by a pitch, walked, and ground out to second her last time up. Delivery from Gossett, swung on and missed. Claxon went and chased the one that was upstairs.
Do you know what's funny? Out of all the foul balls we've had today, that pitch actually made me flinch a little bit.
Just the pitch?
Because I think it's because of how it came off the catcher's mitt. Weird.
All the hard-hit ones we've had.
Rockets coming back, and I haven't moved, but for some reason I flinched on that one.
0-1. Inside, just tails away. Never mind, catches the inside corner by mistake, 0-2.
I think we're almost in a position.
Well, I'm stuck directly behind
I would say we're almost too close.
0-2. Change up, driven, shortstop, Musser on 2 hops, over to first, so a 1-2-3 inning there. We'll bring the Braves to the plate. Final chance for Indian Valley. They need 2 to keep their tournament hopes alive. Big Z Sports is back right after this.
Every day begins with purpose. Begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Welcome back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. And it is most certainly crunch time if you're the Indian Valley Braves, as it is the bottom of the 7th inning district championship. They trail 2-0. 8-9-1 coming up to the plate. Braves have no other option than to get at least 2 across to keep their hopes alive.
And like you mentioned, how many times have we seen that this year already, just with different baseball scores, softball games we've done? There's been a lot of action in 7th innings this season so far.
Ashlyn Bolin in, watches ball number 1 outside. She has popped out and struck out.
Actually, Nick, I think the last broadcast you did from this field this week
had an interesting end.
Had an interesting end.
Next one is there at the knees, now 1-1.
We'll see if something like that may happen again.
You never know. It is crazy how tournament softball plays out.
Yes.
1-1. Bolin, line drive, center field. Center fielder racing in and will make the grab for out number 1. Great job out there in center by Myers, who tracked it all the way off the bat of Bolin, who gave it a ride but just couldn't find the gap. Alexis Schuler, the right fielder, comes in, single for her and a strikeout. Rush's first delivery runs way high, now 1-0. That's been kind of the name of the game for the Braves, too. Bolin gave it a ride, good hard hit ball, but somebody from the Raiders was there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you have games like that where you make good contact, but you can't find those holes in the defense, and you hit it right to people. And that's another thing the Braves have been dealing with today.
1-0 drops low, now 2-0 to Schuler. Not that long ago in this postseason tournament, Schuler played the hero for Indian Valley, looking to do it again. 2-0 at the knees for a strike.
Looks like she had the approach that she was going to take until she saw a strike.
2-1, swung on, popped up, left side of the infield. Third baseman goes over and makes the grab on the line for out number 2. So it'll come down to the top of the order, and Natalie Musser for the Braves.
We know how dangerous Musser is. Again, all it takes is a ball in play for her.
Aaliyah Rush, to this point, has only given up 5 hits and has stranded 7 runners on base for the Braves. First one's a ball to Musser. She has been in control from the start, and she is looking to put an exclamation point on this and pick up a district crown, move on to the regionals, and you can see why Morgan had faith in her.
This combination of hitters, though, for the Braves makes things really interesting, because if you can get Musser on base, Bella Weaver's last plate appearance,
she gave it a ride.
She gave it a ride.
1-0. Musser holds off on the outside corner. It's now 1-1. Coach Dusty Braun trying to get some encouragement into his Braves. Rush ready. The 1-1. Strike called at the letters. Now 1-2. Down to the last strike. Musser digs in. Strike 3 is called as Musser is sat down, and the Morgan Raiders pick up the East 2 District Championship in Division 4 and are moving on to the regionals.
Yeah, that was a great game by the Morgan Raiders, and Rush did a fantastic job on the mound. I'm going to say that Musser, that second strike, you could probably deem that a little questionable, but Rush came right back, and it was that third strike was right there. That's one of those pitches with 2 strikes. You got to be able to protect that. But kudos to the Raiders as they'll advance on to the regional round.
And congratulations to both teams as we will head into our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show and bring you a breakdown of how this one went. Boy, what a ball game. Another great tournament classic here in C Country. Stay tuned to the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. We'll be back right after this.
Are you ready to give your home a new look? Look no further than Wayne Door, your one-stop shop for all your residential needs. Garage doors, entry doors, windows, and patio doors. Wayne Door has everything you need to upgrade your curb appeal. With 24/7 emergency service, you can trust their technicians to be there when you need them most. Stop by the Dover showroom on State Route 39 or visit WayneDoor.com and let the experts help transform your house into the home of your dreams. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors, from the people you can trust.
Spring and summer bring big events, graduations, yard sales, and tournaments. The Educational Service Center Print Center is your go-to for sponsor banners, yard signs, and custom graduation packages with invitations, envelopes, and thank you cards. And when it's time for sports, the ECO Center in St. Clairsville is the perfect venue for AAU and JO tournaments. With spacious seating, plenty of parking, and easy access to hotels and restaurants, it's your one-stop arena for wrestling, cheer, and more. Plan your next event with us on the court or in print. Find out more today online at ecoesc.org.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms. Family. Food.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
It is the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show as the Morgan Raiders top the Indian Valley Braves 2-0 and will be awarded their district championship medals now as Indian Valley to receive the runner-up medals. And Adam, I got to say, Braves, obviously, it's going to be a tough one to swallow here, but you got to give so much credit to this Morgan team and Aaliyah Rush for the way that they handled this game today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they took advantage of their opportunities early in the game and got those 2 runs on the board, and the Braves just were unable to put anything together offensively to be able to match that, and rightfully so. The Morgan Raiders are going to come out of here victorious and advance to the regional round.
Yeah, they will, and they will be moving on into the next step, and it has been rather impressive to see, obviously the season for Indian Valley, but the same with Morgan as well. I don't think out of Division 4 these were 2 teams that a lot of people were saying, we'll see what we get out of them. Well, both of them had fantastic years, and now moving on to the regionals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all you have to do is look at the seeding. You had a 5-6 matchup. So based on seeding, there was 5 other teams in Division 4 in the East District that had better regular seasons, but it just goes to show you some teams kind of hit their stride once the tournament run begins, and that's what both of these teams here did.
Rightfully, that's exactly right. As we will look at some of our stats before we wrap up for the day, Shelby Gossett will absorb the loss for Indian Valley. She went the full 7 innings, struck out 2, walked 4, gave up just 4 hits and the 2 runs. And, it's always hard to see a senior who's been a staple of a program move on, but another fantastic performance from Gossett on the mound.
Yeah, she did everything she had to do. Obviously, she was in a huge mess there early in the game and got out of it only giving up 1 run. And similar to what we saw down at Beaver Local, obviously in a mess, and was able to get out of that for them to advance to today's game. And it's always hard, obviously at the conclusion of a season for a team, knowing that seniors, it's the last time they're going to play high school softball. And, it's always a difficult thing to see. Obviously, everybody's got to do it. Other than 7 teams this year are going to end their season victorious. This is the great job by the Braves, and especially like you had just mentioned, Shelby Gossett, what she's done the last 2 games.
Huge credit, obviously, to Aaliyah Rush on the mound for Morgan, but I have to talk about shortstop Chloe Baker. She scored the game's first run on a wild pitch and drove in the only RBI of this game in the 4th inning with an RBI double. That was all the Raiders needed. So for Baker and Aaliyah Rush, obviously the engine that drove the entire locomotive today, Rush on the mound gets the win, going the full 7 innings, striking out 7, 3 walks, 5 hits, no runs, came across just 1 wild pitch, and she stranded 7 Indian Valley batters on the base paths.
Yeah, and what really stood out to me is how she moved the ball around today, and she really, with each batter she faced, she never hit the same location twice, or at least didn't try to. And I feel that she was very successful in doing so, and it makes it very difficult on hitters to be able to, to make that barrel contact that you need to get base hits.
Yeah, no, as the Morgan Raiders will get their district championship trophies now, or their awards as well, and we will be wrapping up our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show as Morgan picks up the 2-0 victory. Go ahead and check over on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel now. Strasburg, Conotton Valley Division 7 East District Showdown. Winner there moves on to the region. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which region number is it now?
I looked at too many regions
yesterday. We've gotten
so
used to those numbers now.
I think it's 25.
Is it? Okay.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
Well, you know how you're going to find out? Is tune into that broadcast
I know
on our
where
YouTube channel.
I will tell you this. I know where the winner of that game is going to be playing.
There you go.
They're going to be playing at Groveport.
Well, that's what most people are probably wondering about right now.
Yes.
That will do it for today's presentation of high school softball. Big congratulations again to the Indian Valley Braves on a great season. We will see you next year, and we've got plenty more tournament coverage ahead with the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. Huge thank you to the Claxon Communications crew for turning up on a Saturday and bringing you this presentation. For Adam Soweski, I'm Nick McWilliams, and don't go anywhere, Z Country. We'll be back at a high school again near you soon.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of high school sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.